Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So I'm here at Wailea, Maui, and I'm doing a flight test with the PARROT Disco. I'm going to Kahoolawe Island from Maui here, and for those of you guys tuning in, this will be a little bit of a live show. It's been about, I want to say I started at like 9:30 and it's almost 10:20 now. So this is supposed to be like a 55-minute flight, and I'm just gonna show you the screen here on the iPad. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I have no connection right now, and I don't know if you guys can see that with the glare, but that's the route. I can't see what you're seeing right now because I have the camera there, but that's the route. So you can see from Maui, I went over Molokini, and then over to Kahoolawe, like the north point, and then I'm going down the coast. This is going to be another video, by the way, flight video, and then I'm going down to all the way down here into Kahoolawe Bay, and then I'm going to come back to Maui, and it's supposed to do like an automated landing, so you guys can see how that's going to work out. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the live broadcast while it's landing, but I'll go ahead, and once it drops back into connection here, right now there's no connection on the iPad, so once it drops back into connection, I'll let you guys see the plane. I should actually point the controller this way a little bit because it's going to be coming from that direction. The cinder cone, McKenna cinder cone, it should be coming from that direction, right where that boat is. I don't know if you can see over there, there's that white boat on the horizon. And so when it does come into connection, we should be seeing the plane on the line here. Cool, so it's a beautiful day, and I'm not sure how the quality is. Yeah, I can see your guys' chat, so that's pretty cool. This is the first time I've done like a live YouTube broadcast, but let me just grab the controller here, and so you guys can kind of see the ocean, kind of where I'm flying to. Okay, let's get more in the sun here. Really nice spot. Okay, there we go. So there's the McKenna cinder cone behind my head there, and then the disco is going all the way. You see that island way in the back? And there's that small island is Molokini, that little one just to the right of my head, to the left on your screen. And then behind it, it's kind of hard to see with my glasses on, Molokini is way the heck, or Kahoolawe is way the heck over there. So pretty cool. And kind of in the next few minutes, I'm expecting to see the disco show up on the controller, so it should be pretty cool. And then when it pops in, you know, little preview of what's going on. I'm going to definitely be making a full-on flight test video of this. You guys will be able to see like it going over Molokini. And the cool thing about the disco is it takes you can do automated camera pitching and photos and video. So I have it flying over Molokini, and it's going to like pitch the camera and automate it in certain directions, and then it's going to take I'm not sure if I have it to take pictures on this flight, but it's going to take the video in those certain pitch settings of the camera, and it's going to be really cool when it gets to where it already should be coming back now, but when it gets to Kahoolawe, that thing should be awesome because I have it set to fly along the coast, and then I have the camera set to pitch on different settings. So that should be really cool. Then I have it going like 100 feet from the ground, and then up to like just a little over 400 feet because there's a peak on Kahoolawe that I wanted to fly over, and the peak is like around 300, and the slope that the disco has to go up to get over that peak, I went just a little over 400 just to make sure it could clear the peak. But technically you can fly over 400 if the ground level's not exceeding 400, so that peak is going to come up and it should be technically within 400 feet high of the peak, but we know how that goes, the 400 feet rule. Anyway, cool. I'm seeing some of your guys' chats here on the screen. That's pretty neat. Like I said, this is the first time I've done this, and yes, it is the Parrot Disco. This is the Parrot Disco flight. It's currently in flight. It's a little windy, yeah. You can probably hear the wind in the you can probably hear the wind in the phone, but not too windy. It's only coming from about 5 that direction. There's West Maui over there, and it's only about 5 miles per hour. When I launched, there was 0 wind. So, you know, this may be completely a wash because I don't know where the disco is right now. It could have crashed in its flight, but this is kind of a cool panic moment for me, kind of a live panic moment. Let's see if it comes back. Let me see if I can possibly get the screen. Sorry about that. The screen on the video here. So not really seeing any disco activity yet. When it does pop back in, we should see it on that green line coming back. Sorry if you can't see that, it's pretty glary. But in the full flight test, the video I'm going to put up on YouTube, you will see you'll see the full video if it came back, of course. And I have the video from the disco. It's recording in 1080p in the disco, and so if that comes back, I'll have that. But I am recording the iPad screen too, so even if that doesn't come back, I'll have like the beginning of the flight, you know, so you can see where it's off to and all that stuff. Sorry, you can't see the screen, I know. What's up, brother Aaron? I guess we'll do some shout outs. Yep, Christian Mora, hope the disco's safe. This is an awesome craft. You should get one because I'm loving it, and I'll love it more as long as it comes back. But that's the risk we take on these automated flights. So this is a 25-mile flight, just to let you guys know, across the channel to Kahoolawe and back. So just really hoping it comes back. So I'm gonna try to answer some text here. If you guys have any questions, just let me know. Thanks, Kevin TV. Thanks for loving my videos. That's pretty awesome. And to all you guys, you know, I also do a lot of giveaways on drones and stuff, and there's a current one Sanaya helped me with out on my channel right now, so go check the channel out and see that latest giveaway. Sent it to Kahoolawe Island behind my head, way over there in the distance. See the big island over there? 25-mile round trip. Oh, thanks for the kind words. People saying I'm the best YouTuber. I really appreciate that. I don't know about that, but I'm trying. Okay. Anyway, nothing up on the screen yet for the disco. Let me go into the shade so maybe you guys can see the video on the iPad here. Wish I had a sunshade for this iPad. It's kind of a larger iPad Air, and I don't really have a sunshade for it. So let's see if we can get this. See where the sun's going. And let me see if I can get the screen on here. There you go. So there's the route. So you can see the from Maui, and then it's going to the right over Molokini, doing some shots, some camera pans and pitches actually only, and then going to Kahoolawe. For those of you guys just tuning in, and this might be a better view for everybody, and then it's going down Kahoolawe coast and going in some cool bays, going over the point over there at Kahoolawe Bay, I think it was. Forgive me if I got that wrong. And turning around, and then you see that line just coming straight back. And then right back to Maui. And it's gonna land. It's gonna do a linear landing right over here on the golf course, the Wailea. Used to be the McKenna Resort, Maui Prince. It's gonna do a linear landing. I've never done one of those in my videos before, so it's gonna do like a landing where it'll come in and just go straight down, like lose some altitude, come straight in slowly, and then land. All the other landings I've done in my video have been usually circular landing. I guess I did one linear at my dad's house, and that was in like 25-mile-per-hour winds. That was crazy. And it didn't quite land on the spot just because the wind was blasting it around. This drone, I think it started off like 1,300. John? Oh wait, who's saying that? Sorry, the chats are going up pretty quick. But this started off like $1,300 when it was new, and I think the price dropped to like around $700-800. You can get some deals on the Disco. And it does pretty, I've done, if you haven't seen my other videos, I've done some pretty amazing flights with this thing. I've already gone up on my channel up to Molokini and did all the automated camera pitching functions. So that's pretty cool. And also did one at my dad's place in Pukalani and went all the way from his house by Twin Falls area on the coast all the way to Kahoolawe. And that was a pretty awesome flight. That was in super high winds, testing the 4,000 milliamp hour battery. That was pretty darn awesome. But anyway, just waiting for some indication that the Disco's coming back. I think we are kind of approaching the time frame when it should be arriving pretty soon. I'm just going to hang out until it comes in. It comes in view here, back on the iPad, so you guys can see that it did make it before I release the other video. That should be pretty awesome. I'm going to try to answer some extra questions here. The man, the myth, the legend. Thanks, Kevin TV. That's pretty awesome. Appreciate you guys having the kind words. The Spark, I think it'll only make it to Molokini. See that small island right in the middle of the screen there? Maybe not even Molokini. I got the Spark out 2 miles, I think. Molokini's 3 miles from my point. Some people think the Disco's gone already and it won't come back, but I have faith in it, especially after that was like a 25 mile, 30 mile per hour wind flight North Shore. That thing came back and it was okay, but this is a little bit longer of a flight, and if the wind comes up, this thing might be gone. Yeah, the video of the craft, Steven Rivers, it should be pretty cool because that's going to be the high def. As long as it comes back, I'm still not seeing anything on the iPad screen. But then again, the other, let me see if I can get this in view without too much glare. There's the route again. So those of you chiming in, we're going from Maui to, whoop, there we go. We're going from Maui to Kahoolawe, a 25-mile flight across the channel over Molokini, and it's in its automated flight process right now. And what we're doing is we're waiting for it to pop back into connection. Yeah, the controller's still on and everything. So the Disco's cool because it does reconnect when it senses the controller's in connection, or when the controller picks it up, actually, the signal from the Disco. It'll automatically reconnect and show you everything on the screen. You don't have to do anything. Mavic Pro Search and Rescue. I'm not sure if I already lost one in the freshwater. Still at the bottom of the river, the pool, mountain pool in Hana, or close on the way to Hana. Still have to rescue that. And then, by the way, guys, that new Gladius underwater drones coming out I ordered, and I'm going to be testing that right here in this water. You can see how awesome this is going to be for underwater drones, so stay tuned for that one. That's should be hopefully coming in by next month, and then I'm going to do a full review on that underwater drone. We'll test the underwater 4K video and the controls, full on review, and a whole bunch of other videos. So that should be pretty cool. Yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, take a moment to answer some questions since we're live. If you guys have any questions. All right, Jan, her autonomous flights are perfect. Good to know. Yeah, this is a pretty killer fixed wing drone here. Splash Drone 3 is coming in, man. Don't worry, it's coming in soon. Swell Pro is sending it in, so I'll be doing another review on that right over here where I did the Splash Drone 2 review. That was pretty awesome. Yeah, cool. Some people saying if I move to Hawaii, can I come stay with you? Maybe if I have enough room, but my house is pretty packed with 3 kids and a wife, so we're a family of 5. And I want to get my kids a little more involved in this, but you know, they're into video games, and I think the only one that still is kind of fascinated is my daughter Sanaya. She's 8 now, so she's still super fascinated, and she kind of wants to participate, so hopefully some more. Native Parrot. Does that mean stock? No, it has a 4,000 milliamp hour multi-star battery in it right now, and that gives you almost 100 minutes of flight time depending on the conditions, and that's what I have in it right now. So man, still don't see it on the screen unless it landed and I'm still talking to you guys. It's gonna land up there on the golf course. I just came down to the beach area because the security guard came and said, hey, you can't really be here, so I had to walk down to the beach off there. It's kind of, the golf course isn't even in use, but they still, you know, they kind of got to patrol it, still maintain it. Sat info, I don't have anything yet on the screen. If you're just chiming in, I kind of showed the screen previously, and I'm not sure if you guys can see this, but there it is again. That's the route. And when the Parrot, the disco does come in to play, back gets connection again, we should see it on that long line. You see the line on the bottom line? It should be coming in, and we should see it on the line. And then we should see the video pop up from the Parrot, the live video. But it's still in its route apparently, or it's crashed already, so I have no idea. This is like the first time for me doing this live. Cool. Upgrade with the LiPo, then you have 1 hour flight time. Yes, I do have the 4,000 milliamp hour upgraded LiPo in here, so in no wind conditions the disco will fly for about an hour with that multi-star. And if you guys, when I do put this video up, and in my other videos I do have that the multi-star LiPo linked in there for you, so if you need to check it out. Yes, if I lose it, it's going to be quite a bit of a loss, but the price has come down on these things. So somebody said I look like the Terminator. Thanks, I guess. Do I look like the Terminator? Schwarzenegger. Maybe not quite. A little more hairy, perhaps. Sorry, the chats are going up so quick I can't really read them. Yes, I am worried by now. Gaston said that. I am very worried, but I do have trust in the plane. But this is the farthest and most technical flight I've done with this disco so far. So, what are we approaching? We're approaching 9:30. So it's already been, gosh, you know, it's already been like an hour, I think, since I launched, so it may be goners. Bummer. But when I did the flight at my dad's in high wind down the coast, man, it was supposed to come back in 40 minutes and it came back in 56 minutes because I had to fight some wind. So still have faith in it, you know. If it needs to do, the thing about the Parrot, the disco, is if it misses a waypoint, it does a circle to gain the height or get back to the waypoint or lower its altitude until it hits within a certain distance to the waypoint. I forget what that distance is. And then once it hits that waypoint, it continues on its mission. So it may be encountering some wind or some cliffs. Maybe it hit the cliffs over in Kahoolawe, who knows. But we'll definitely be finding that out. So I just wanted to make this live until there's like no hope for it, you know. And then once there's no hope, we'll just end this, and then I'll have the actual video, the recorded video of this on YouTube. But I really hope it makes it. Oh, the altitude. Get out the house, go fish. The altitude was 100 feet until I got to. Oh yeah, so this is all the specs. I'll go ahead and talk about the flight plan specs. So I launched from the golf course, and then I had to go 100 feet until it hit Molokini, and then just before Molokini, it went up to 400, so I could fly over it. And then I had the camera automated pitch down to about 30 degrees, so you could see Molokini. And then after Molokini it passed over, it went back down to 100 feet all the way to Kahoolawe, and then I had it going between 100 and like 400 depending on the terrain, because I wanted to fly over some points on Kahoolawe, you know, some pinnacles there. And then on the way back I had it go down to 100 feet, just so it didn't hit the wind up there, you know, and have to fight so much wind high up. And you really want to be at least 100 feet flying over the waters over here, because there's all of those catamaran boats that have those huge masts. And I figured out that those masts are like, I asked somebody when they got off the boat over at what was it, Kapalua Beach one time, when a worker was getting off those big catamarans, and they said that the masts are like 80 something feet above the water level. So pretty much want to be, you know, 100 feet above. Anyway, that's kind of the route. And then I have it to do a linear landing here. The only problem is the linear landing is now it's with the wind, because the wind changed, so that could be, might have to take over. But to answer some more questions, I know I'm worried too, Gaston. Yep, 80 sail. No, the disco's not waterproof. What I'm kind of worried about is I did a short run over there. You see that cinder cone there, that big cinder cone, McKenna? And there's a boat over there. You see that white boat right out from the cinder cone? I did a short run where I made it go like 16-20 feet off the water just for like 30 seconds, and I'm hoping it didn't like run into that boat over there, because that's like right in the path of where it was. Yeah, man, shoot, I'm getting a little bit worried, because it's now been, yeah, it's been over an hour. So I may have lost it, guys. That's too bad. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna not buy another disco and be a little more careful next time. It could be because the wind came up. You know, I started at like 9:30, and now it's local time here in Hawaii. It's 10:45. So I'm pretty sure we lost it. But you know, this is what I was thinking when I did the flight North Shore in Hawelo. Thought I lost it. Yeah, maybe it is up there on the golf course already, but I should have some video or something pop in. Let's go take a look. Maybe it is up there. Let's go check. Because it should land right up here. So let's see if it's already there. So here's the golf course. And I don't see it unless this mower guy ran over it. So it should be circling around and then coming in for a linear landing right on this golf course here. Boom. Kind of where that guy with the mower is. And maybe he just ran over it. But who knows? Anyway, a little bit worried that the disco's not coming back. For those of you just chiming in, this is like a 1 hour disco automated flight, PARROT disco. And I'm in Wailea, Maui. And it's way past the 55 minutes it was supposed to be back at. But I still have hope for it. I'm just going to try to maybe answer some questions while we're waiting for it here. Let's see. Do a spark video. You keep asking that, Khalid. I've done a lot of spark videos. GPS tracker. Yeah, GPS tracker would be cool, but this is flying strictly over the water, so probably wouldn't be able to find it even if it did crash. Wind forecast. Over here it always picks up like around this time, around 10 to 11. It starts to kind of pick up, so that's why I was hoping it would be in by now. It's like from, here comes the mower. Hopefully it didn't run over my disco on the golf course. That would have sucked, man. If he would have run over the disco already. Yeah, I don't see it, guys. Nowhere on the screen here. Not popping back in at all. Again, this is the route. That's the route there. The long line on the bottom is the line coming back. And once it pops back into coverage, you should have seen the plane there. So a lot of things could have gone wrong. It may have hit a wall, hit a cliff on Kahoolawe. Sorry, the connection just dropped out, but what I'm going to do is kind of just sign off here, maybe answer a couple more questions, and sign off here, and then if it does come back on the radar, I'll go ahead and pop back in real quick, you know, just to let you guys know what's going on. And then I'll have that other video up on YouTube, the main video for it. Hopefully we get some video from the craft. Check the golf course. I did just check the golf course, and unless the mower ran over it, it's not there. It's using an iPad Air 2 is what I'm controlling it with. Range of the transmitter, I was able to get 3 miles right across the water here one time when I went to Molokini, but it usually drops out right at around 1.5 2 miles for live control. We're pretty sure we lost it if you just joined Hope, because I don't see it on the flight plan there on my iPad. It's nowhere to be seen, and it's been about, I want to say an hour, almost an hour and a half after it launched, and the flight plan had it for 56 minutes. So unless it ran into some crazy wind and it's still fighting its way back, it may be done, because it may have, like I was saying, it may have either run into something or there was a catastrophic failure on board. I'm not too sure. Oh, that's the lawnmower up at the golf course up here. The lawnmower keeps driving by this section. I guess that's his route right now. Still not seeing anything on the iPad. So I'll answer a few more questions and I'm going to sign off, and then I'll pop back in again like I was saying. Foam, yes, it would float, hopefully, but we're talking, 10 miles of ocean there. I don't think I'd be able to find it. Yes, I do need a boat. Hello from Bavaria. Hello. Thanks for coming in and joining us here. Point of contact info on it. No, I don't. Since we don't need to register our drones anymore because they squashed that, I didn't put the point of contact. But if it's landing in the ocean water, you're pretty much sure that it's not going to be salvageable, because it's just going to corrode in the ocean like this. No tracking. I don't have any tracking on it. So if it runs out of power, I'm not going to be able to track it. But if you're just joining, Lori, Vic, I'm doing a 25-mile automated flight from Maui here in Wailea, sorry, to Kahoolawe, which is that big island right there behind my head. It's about 10 miles across the channel. And there's Molokini, that small island. That small island's about 3 miles across the channel, and it's been over an hour. It's supposed to be a 56-minute flight, and it's not coming back, so I may have lost it. I don't fly any gas planes. I used to do gas cars, like remember the Traxxas T-Max when that first came out, and I think that's kind of the only gas I had, and then I converted it to LiPo electric because it was just so much easier with electric. Cool guys, but thanks for tuning in. And again, I don't see the disco popping up on the screen. I'll try to answer a couple more questions. The disco is worth it, especially if you're not like a good flyer, if you're kind of beginner or intermediate. Having that like return to home smart capability with GPS and all that stuff is really darn awesome. And just the fact that you can do these automated flights unless you are too risky like me and possibly lose it like I may have just done. It's pretty amazing how you can autonomously pitch the camera down, on the waypoint track. You can set up your whole waypoint schedule. You can set what angles you want the camera to pitch to at certain waypoints. You can tell it to take pictures at certain waypoints at a certain interval. So if you wanted to take a picture every 1 second or every 30 seconds, it'll autonomously take a picture. And at each waypoint you set, that's the point where you can change the camera pitch while it's flying for video and also pictures. So pretty amazing what you can do with this thing. But man, if it does come in, I really hope the lawnmower guy is not going to run it over. Anyway guys, that's my live. Yeah, I am nervous. I think I lost it. But like I said, I will chime back in if for some reason it shows up. Anyway, thanks for tuning in to my first live broadcast, guys, of the PARROT Disco flight from Wailea, Maui to way back there. Let's see, way back there to Kahoolawe, and might have lost it, but I'll still put the video up on how it went. All right, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Aloha.